Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video I wanted to do some team testing for the Skyclops and this boss mode. We will be trying non-Reinier teams as well as Reinier teams. I don't think I'm gonna run the Scarlita team, which is, I believe this is going to be my all-time highest potential team. But other teams do pretty similarly, and sometimes maybe even other teams might be better. So what I want to do is, first of all, I think Evocation Spell is going to be the best for Skyclops because there are some survivability issues towards the end of the run. There can be. So I think maybe having that extra shielding life drains from their abilities might be better. So I'm going to try that. And let's begin. Our two key damages are going to be Corin and Merrily. For the endless boss mode of Skyclops, they do the best. I think it's because when Odie is here, his poison damage is not going to keep ticking when the minions are summoned by the Skyclops boss. So then Odie doesn't do well at clearing the minions quickly. So it would just be better to have these two as your damage dealers. So I think they're good. Now next up I want to try Lucius. Because why Lucius? Just because he helps with the factional synergies really well for this, because you're running 2 light bearers, you can get a 3rd light bearer in here, and he gives you the damage and haste buff after being in the fight for 10 and 40 seconds respectively, or reverse respectively. Damage buff is after 40 seconds, haste is after 10. And for the final one I was thinking about Koko, but I want to actually try Kruger. Kruger is going to be higher for damage, so that's why I want to try that. And who do you want to begin attacking first? Probably something like this. Okay, let's go ahead and try with this team with the Evocation Spell, see how much damage we can get off. Because I was very honestly surprised with the Alpha Bear performance yesterday. We ended up getting rank 5 in the district, and I think rank 2 on the server, using non-Reinier team on our all-time best damage clear. So I guess there are some bosses where the survival is more important than even having that Reinier for that slightly extra damage. So as you can tell here, killing the minions is the main problem. It takes a while to kill them, but Corin and Merrily are probably your best bet for that. But that's why a lot of people run Scarlita if they have her highly ascended. Because she can deal AoE damage pretty well, especially with her ultimate, and when she jumps back down from the sky, she can immediately wipe out those minions sometimes, or yeah, just deal a lot of damage and help kill them quicker. But Kruger is a very good option because he provides the defense debuff onto the boss to increase the damage you deal. So far with the Evocation Spell, we've had no issue surviving, so I actually want to try this team again with the Quick Blade Spell. Because if you're having no problem surviving, you should go for the Quick Blade Spell because it would probably offer a little bit more damage. Okay, so just around 33 billion damage with this team. And if we take a look at the damage chart, Merrily and Corin did almost identical damage. Kruger did pretty good damage himself, and Smokey also did as well. And if we take a look, 33 billion would put us in, okay, rank 10. So it would be difficult to hold, with that team it would be difficult to hold the top 10 of a server, because now people have approached the baseline level of 500. You're competing against more people than you were previously. Okay, let's try Kruger and Koko. If we're gonna do this, I'm gonna go for a Quick Blade Spell. We need to ramp up the damage as much as we can, and we have Koko to protect ourselves and the Smoky heal, so I don't want to go for the Evocation Spell here because Quick Blade should theoretically get off more damage than Evocation Spell. But yeah, competing for top 10, I mean, if everyone's leveled up and everyone has Reinier at Mythic Plus, especially for Skyclops, it is a boss where Reinier does really well. As you can tell here, clearing the minions took quite a lot longer without Cassidy. I think after this we'll try Reinier. Now there are different all-time best teams. I feel like the all-time best would be Reinier, Kruger, and just get good RNG so that you don't die, with the Evocation Spell, and your Merrily survives for long enough. But as you can tell, without any protection of the Merrily is usually dying towards those later stages. But we could try it. Okay, 30.7 billion, no problem surviving with the Koko here. but there is a problem out damaging our previous scores. The minions shouldn't spawn again, so I think we get a new best here, somehow. Koko also does increase your damage somewhat, so I think this is the best team. Wow, almost 35 billion damage with this team of Koko, so I think this is the best. Yeah, this is better. And I don't know exactly how it works, but this Koko team seems to be the best with that almost 35 billion damage. That would put us in rank 6 on the server. And in the district, that would put us at rank... Oh no, this is yesterday. I'm like, what are we looking at? District, it would put us at 30, almost 5, like rank 11. Okay. So, very viable team. I think this is your best option if you don't have Reinier. Now let's try Reinier at Mythic Plus. Now the best thing would be this team.
The world
and I'm going to try it a few times. Do you want Corin to give more shielding to my team? And maybe kill the minions faster? I'll try it. But if this team can survive throughout the entire fight, I think this is actually the best possible team, even better than the Scarlita instead of Kruger. And even if Scarlita is good or usable, it's not that much better than just running someone in place of Scarlita. So Scarlita is like not a must-have. She doesn't increase your damage output by that much, even though mine's really well built. Plus 20 exclusive equipment, Paragon 1, but still, it maybe increased my damage by 500 million. Maybe I didn't do enough testing, but I definitely think with RNG on this team, if Merrily can just somehow survive, like if Corin can shield the Merrily before this final attack of the boss, or this, not final attack, but okay, she survived. And this is why I think Quick Blade spell might even be better here, because at full health, if Smokey's always keeping you at full health, then Merrily can take a hit because of the defenses offered by the Quick Blade spell. But there she went down, and she got crit. Smokey also went down with the crit, and then your damage comes to an end even though you were running Reinier, which is the problem. So I guess the safer version of this team would be Koko along with... What about Lucius and Reinier both? Would Lucius and Reinier be both better, or would Koko be better here? Because basically you need one more survivability thing. So it's either Koko or it's Lucius. I don't know which one would increase your damage by more. This would give us a bit better factional bonus. Let's try this one first. Both Corin and Merrily did almost the same damage, so buffing up the Corin with attack buff on Merrily, it kind of just is up to your preference. Now with this team, again, you're not going to have the best survivability, because if Lucius doesn't shield your Merrily, you're still going to be in the same problem. You're relying on your Lucius or your Corin to shield Merrily to keep her alive in the later stage of the boss. But yeah, so I guess Koko we will try after this. And the thing is, even like for example, if previously the Scarlita team was the best, the problem is in this current and this boss mode, if you're running a final, like another damage dealer rather than a protector in that final slot, you do run the risk of dying. Okay, but that we survive. The Lucius, I guess, helped with that. If we can just survive the next one, then this should be really good for us. Yeah, Lucius' shield went off right before the boss's attack. We take that hit really well. But it's pretty crazy because our best without even Reinier was almost 35 billion, and with this team, now Merrily goes down, we just barely get over 35 billion. It's just kind of strange how it works. Like, with Kruger plus Koko, or Lucius plus Reinier, it did almost the same thing. So is Kruger a better debuffer than Reinier in this team? Let's try final one with Koko. And, yeah, let's give Merrily the attack buff, why not? And this will be the final test that we do for today. But hopefully it gave you some help and some ideas of what you can do. But again, it's pretty interesting how the non-Reinier team can be a very viable option for you to run. And as of right now, my best scores, I think, well, with my Scarlita team, I did get 36 billion, I think. But with the no Reinier team, we got almost 35 billion. with definite potential of getting 35. And that was a really safe team. It was not wiping at all. So you just need to keep running it and try to get off a higher damage score. Like with the other teams we tried, they also have a bit of issue surviving. So you might just have runs where they wipe, and then you will not be able, like you'll have no possibility of beating your damage score. So this team is not doing quite as well. We have now a final 18 seconds here to get off as much damage as we can, but I find it unlikely we're going to be able to get over 35 billion from here. I think it's looking more like even 34 billion. Yeah, so without like Lucius or Kruger here for that final slot, it just is not as effective. So Koko can't really be run here, and then it would just be better to run Koko plus Kruger. So Kruger in this slot, in this final team we ran, Koko was actually better, or Kruger was better to be run than Reinier. So I don't know what it is in the endless mode of the bosses, but it seems like just having the Kruger as a debuffer seems better. But that 35 billion damage, I'm very proud of, or impressed by that, because, well, almost 35, because with even the Scarlita 36.5 billion, and I did a couple of runs to try and get that, and I'm expecting the other people in the top ranks are using that same team. Maybe got better RNG of like the survival or the damage output. So yeah, hopefully this was helpful. It gave you an idea of what you can try and use in the Skyclops Dreamland boss. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you for watching. And I will hopefully see you in the next video. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe because I upload daily AFK journey content. But until then, everyone, thank you for watching. And I will hopefully see you next time. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.